what's your position? What should the conservative position be?
Well, I think that the sane person's position on the first one is, I mean, even if you're for gay marriage, the question is, did our framers, immediately after framers of the 14th Amendment, immediately after fighting a civil war to end slavery, draft an amendment to the Constitution to ensure that two gay guys could get married? That is their position. I hate that this is the way the Supreme Court is used, just to give, liberals generally their wish list.
Well, that's
marriage.
Not quite fair. It was also the Second Amendment was when they had muskets, and now there's RPGs. World evolves. The Supreme Court, Marbury versus Madison. The Supreme Court's supposed to rule on whether or not we evolve as people.
No, that is completely different. The technology changes. An arm is an arm. The Internet is still speech, but an amendment written to say that recently freed black slaves have the rights, all the rights of an American citizen, has nothing to do with two gay guys marrying, nor does that amendment, plus the 17 other amendments they alleged in Roe v. Wade, have anything to do with sticking a fork in a baby's head. Liberals, whenever they don't get their way through the political process or they're not getting their way fast enough, they demand that the 5 justices hallucinate some constitutional right. And I don't care if it's a right I want or I don't want, but you will notice you don't see the conservative justices doing this. We'd have a right to bear nuclear arms. We'd have a constitutional right to a flat tax. I mean, I can come up with my dream list too, but you don't have judicial activism on
But I think
exactly what people are talking
aren't
about.
you missing the point about equal protection under the law? I mean, isn't the language pretty clear that you can't discriminate against people because they're short or fat or tall or have mustaches?
Not. Absolutely not. Otherwise, it would be illegal for, the National Theater to put on ballets using, pretty ballerinas to play the girl parts, or midgets to play the Munchkins if they were putting on a production of Wizard of the Oz. Of course, there's all sorts of discrimination that is not against the law. We had just fought a civil war. The 14th Amendment refers to black Americans.